welcome to Project Titan Wall Street Analysis, Season 2, Episode 12. I'm Saketh and I will be your host today. We will discuss what has occurred since the last podcast episode. Our source for this podcast is the Wall Street Journal. Without any further ado, let's dive in. First, we will discuss how Nvidia has stopped producing its planned shipment of chips to China. Nvidia is pausing production of an AI chip developed for China after Beijing advised companies not to buy it. This pause is part of the ongoing US-China tech conflict. Nvidia recently instructed partners to halt work on its H20 product, which has been approved for sale in China under the Trump administration, allowing 15% of sales to go to the US government. The decision, following security concerns raised by Chinese officials, now Nvidia and its Chinese customers hope to get approval for a more advanced AI chip that is expected to outperform existing Chinese chips, but not Nvidia's top models. Trump indicated that he would approve a chip based on Nvidia's Blackwell architecture that performs 30 to 50% worse than their best product. Nvidia has also directed its main manufacturer in Taiwan to focus on developing next generation products. Next is how Paradigm's founder is now challenging Microsoft Excel spreadsheets. A new contender has emerged in the startup competition to challenge Microsoft Excel's long-term dominance in the world of spreadsheets. San Francisco-based Paradigm announced last week that it is launching an artificial intelligence-powered spreadsheet platform backed by $5 million in seed funding led by General Catalyst. The startup claims that its software was designed with AI from the ground up, enabling a more seamless integration of technology compared to legacy companies that have merely added AI features to existing products. According to a research firm PitchBook data, venture investors committed approximately $92 billion to US-based future of work and business productivity startups through mid-August this year. This figure surpasses the total funding of $70 billion for the entire 2024 year and represents a 142% increase over the funding received in 2023. While this data includes funding for developing spreadsheet technology, it encompasses a broader range of workplace tech tools. Paradigm's launch intensifies the competition among startups that are leveraging AI to dethrone Excel. Venture investors have been actively investing in these new companies that are creating AI-driven spreadsheet platforms and productivity tools. Next, I will address how Novo Nordisk, a drug maker company, is cutting 9,000 jobs to address its financial issues. Novo Nordisk plans to cut approximately 9,000 jobs, representing 11% of its global workforce of 78,400, as the new CEO aims to strengthen the company's position in the weight loss market. The cuts in jobs aim to save approximately 8 billion Danish kroner or 1.25 billion US dollars by the end of 2026, with around 5,000 jobs expected to be eliminated in Denmark. The company will redirect these savings towards growth opportunities in diabetes and obese treatments, including commercial and research initiatives. After increasing its workforce to meet rising demand for obesity drugs, Novo Nordisk faced greater organizational complexity and higher costs, which these cuts aim to address. Next is how the CEO of PNC Bank wants to expand to double its size. Bill Demchak surprised his friends when he left a high-profile job at JP Morgan Chase & Co. to take a position at a smaller bank more than 2 decades ago. Today, the CEO of PNC Financial Services Group, he is focused on transforming his bank into a trillion-dollar institution, aiming to reshape the industry in the process. On Monday, he took a significant step towards that goal by acquiring Colorado-based regional lender First Bank for over $4 billion, which strengthens PNC's presence in the West. However, the bank still needs to roughly double its size to join the elite group of banks considered too big to fail, which have at least $1 trillion. At 63, he advocates that smaller banks must grow or risk becoming obsolete due to the dominance of larger institutions such as JP Morgan and Bank of America. The banking industry has long recognized Demchek as a key dealmaker. There are increased pressures from investors, along with rising regulatory and technology costs, as well as competition from private markets and cryptocurrency, all of which pose significant challenges to smaller banks. Now, let's discuss the hottest topic, which is the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates by 0.25%. The Federal Reserve approved a quarter-point interest rate cut on Wednesday, marking the first reduction in 9 months. Officials determined that recent softness in the labor market outweighed ongoing inflation concerns. A narrow majority of officials indicated that at least two additional rate cuts could happen this year, suggesting that consecutive reductions may occur during the Fed's remaining meetings in October and December. These projections reflect a growing worry about potential issues in the job market amid a complex economic environment influenced by significant policy changes. Out of the 12 Fed voting members, 11 supported the quarter-point cut. The only dissenter, Fed Governor Stephen Miran, who was a senior White House advisor until his confirmation to the central bank board this week, advocated for a larger half-point cut. Now, let's discuss how Via and Waymo are partnering up to create a new public transit system run by robo-taxis. Via Transportation and Alphabet's Waymo are teaming up to introduce robo-taxi services to the public transit system, starting in a suburb of Phoenix. On Thursday, the companies announced that government agencies utilizing Via's software would have the opportunity to incorporate Waymo's autonomous ride-hailing service into their transit networks. This partnership aims to enhance safety and reduce costs over time. The collaboration will kick off this fall in Chandler, Arizona, where the city already works with Via to provide shared on-demand rides within a specific area for a flat fee of $2 per ride. Waymo vehicles will be integrated into Via's existing fleet of vans as part of this new service. Via's software is designed for municipalities, transit agencies, educational institutions, and large corporate campuses seeking to operate their transit systems more efficiently. The technology enables the effective planning of transit routes and schedules. Finally, the last topic will be about Hawaii's plan to produce new AI chips. Hawaii Technologies plans to launch more artificial intelligence chips over the next 3 years, providing insights into its ambitions to compete with the powerhouse of Nvidia. The first of these will be a new generation of Ascend chips, which could challenge Nvidia's offerings in the country. As the US tech giant struggles with business opportunities in China, local companies are eager to fill the gap. On Thursday, Hawaii announced its chip development pipeline, which includes two versions of the new Ascend 950 lineup that should handle different AI workloads. These chips will utilize high bandwidth memory units developed by Hawaii. They will support a computing format increasingly favored by Chinese AI developers. Computing power is and will continue to be a key to AI. This is especially true in China, says Hawaii Deputy Chairman Eric Zhu at an event in Shanghai. Hawaii plans to release the first of the new chips in the first 3 months of next year, followed by another in the fourth quarter. The company plans to roll out two upgraded lineups in 2027 and 2028. Thank you for listening to Project Titan Wall Street Analysis. I will see you later.